It will take some time to install that. In meanwhile, let's discuss on some topics. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, whatever we are doing, like creating a responsibility and creating user, all these are called as AOL concepts, which is called as application, object, library. So as I said, technical person will be working with system administrator and application developer. These two responsibilities. So any changes or anything you do using these two responsibility, those are called as AOL work, application object library work. And as we were referring to technical architecture when I was referring, I said like there will be PO folder, there will be AP folder, accounts payable, ER folder, ONT or order management folder, then fixed assets. Like this you'll have different folders wherein you'll have different kind of work. And PO related all reports will be here. Okay. And PO related all sequence will be here. In the same way, all application library files like system administrator and application developer using responsibility, these two responsibility, if you do any work, those will be available under FND folder. This is called as FND top. Okay. Each and every folder is called as PO top, AP top, AR top, like this I say. That's a naming convention what we use it. And with this name, whatever the top you have here, with this name itself, the table names will also start. So all the table names which are related to system administrator and application developer will also start with FND. We have already seen some table names, right? FND user, FND responsibility. So everything will start with FND. So I think the other day we saw like what is responsibility and basically under responsibility can request to do. In case we want to create our own custom responsibility, what we need to do. So why we have to create custom responsibility is because we will be reducing the number of menu options which are available for a particular user, specific user. So for a specific user, when you are reducing it, you will remove those. So the other day I showed you how to see an application, existing application and a respective tab, and then we have created a user and the related table we have seen and who columns. Okay, responsibility table also I think I showed you how and all the screen. And what else we have seen apart from this? I showed you view request, which is nothing but the reports how we can see from a responsibility. So today we will see creating a menu, request group or responsibility. All this three we will see today. And to create a responsibility request to configure. Just opening the application. See, we got application developer now. So go to system administrator. And to create a user, what we have done is security user defined, right? The same when you want to create a responsibility, security, responsibility defined. So you give your responsibility name, application, responsibility key and all. So basically responsibility combination of data group, menu and request group what I'm saying. So menu will hold all this Oracle application, current profile, application level. And data group will connect to the database and get the data. Request group will give you all the requests. Now, first of all, to create a responsibility of your own, you should know this menu and request group. Data group is common, standard everywhere. So, which responsibility you want to create? Let's say I want to create system administrator responsibility. System administrator is already there. Similar responsibility I want to create it. So first of all, if you want to create a duplicate responsibility, what you have to do is just query that responsibility first. System administrator. Okay. The system administrator application is system administration. So what you need to do is you need to copy all the things like which are available. It means when you're creating a responsibility, the name is changed and the menus are changed, right? But the rest of the things are normal. So responsibility key is something which is given as unique, anything you can give. And then we want menu actually. So this is the menu and standard and system administration. Okay, next is request group. Okay, now you just close this. First of all, to create a responsibility, what we need to do, we just have to create a new one. Custom system. What was the application? The system administration. Responsibility, okay, I can give anything, I'm just giving the same thing. System administration is already available. It's already there, so it's the same. So in menu option, I'll give this menu. So it's something like I'm just creating a duplicate itself. Navigator it is. So I can also type like this. Clear the record. For data group, you always say ST and tab. You already get. And what was the application is system administrator. Request group. So I will cross this. So I just created a duplicate name and then I'm using the same menu. So now I'll just show you this. So later I'll show you like how these menus can be reduced. So once a responsibility is created, oh no, what happened? Did we change something which is already available? 18th February, yes. Okay. So the customer responsibility is already created. Basically what we do is after creating a responsibility, if we want to use that, the responsibility have to be assigned to us. Right? So go to user define F11 demo 122. Add your responsibility. Tab it. Switch responsibility, you'll see that. Custom sysadmin. So similar to like shows like custom sysadmin rather than system administrator, but then it shows all the menu options. But here the thing is like why I'm going to create a custom responsibility is when I have already a responsibility called the sysadmin, why should I go for custom responsibility? I want to reduce this menu options. That's the reason I want to go. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just create this menu also of my own. Let's do that so that I can reduce it and then modify that menu and come and add to the custom responsibility so that we can use that. So what you can do is go to application menu to create a menu. Being a system administrator, application menu. Query a menu. F11. In the user menu name, just paste that menu what you have already seen in originally. See now here, you have Oracle Application Manager, you have concurrent, okay, you have profile, you have application install, whatever you see here, okay, all that you can see. So now you understood, right, what is a menu. Basically all these options what we are getting in the responsibilities through this menu. So if you modify the menu, then automatically that will be also modified. But then user want only concurrent and profile, let's say. You don't want all the rest of the options. So what I can do is I can just copy which are available from this menu. Everything is available as ready-made. Only thing is you have to just copy these things. Use those and have another one, a profile. You can ask me a question, if we want only those two, why can't we remove our rest of the things and make this menu option? But then user want only these two, the rest of the things he don't want. But I can't remove the rest of the things for his purpose because the other people need this, and this is a common menu which is being used in system administrator, right? Instead of that, what we do, we just take again the same copy, we create a duplicate one. So the menu type is standard, the user menu name and menu name, all these are different, and we can also create our own. So what we'll do is we will say custom sysmenu. Okay, I'm just using the username was the same. Menu type standard ST. Wherever you require standard, say ST. So sequence number, something like 10. Profile. So what was that beside us? Yeah. So you have to just add it, that's all. Say tab so that whatever it is available, it is available, so it is giving you. So copy this. Once you say it is the request ID submitted, background program will be submitted. Copy this user menu name which is there. Of course, I gave both same, and keep it here besides. Now go to security, responsibility, refine, query your responsibility, which is custom sysmenu. Okay. So instead of navigator menu, what you will do is you put your menu. So now it is not pasting. custom sysadmin menu. Now just go and check in your custom fixed responsibility. See, earlier we saw a lot of menu options, right? Right now we have only profile and concurrent, only two options available. When you create a custom responsibility to reduce the menu options. Now, if you go to system administrator, as I told you that you will have menu options screens and reports also, and a responsibility is a combination of screens and reports. How do you see a report? As I showed you, view, request, submit new request, single request, and here you will have all the list of reports. Okay, you can just take any of the one of the report, pick it, and it will ask you for parameters. Okay, you can give it, you can submit it. But then have lot of reports here, right? So all these reports are available in one of the request group. What is the request group? System administrator reports is the request group. What we saw. So in that request group, they've added all these reports. No, I don't want all this. ADC start ODP monitor, some two programs I want. Something like as I say, ADC archive demand and kill ODP. Only these two I want. The rest of the things I don't want. Okay, just remember this ADC kill ODP demand. Now how this reports can be seen and modified? As we see here, so here not user, we should go for responsible. We have a request group called a system administrator reports, right? In this system administrator reports, all those reports are added as I showed you right now, whatever the reports are there. So if you can create request group also of your own, like you have created a menu, then that will be easy for you. So to create a request group, first of all, we have to see that request group, right? So that we can copy it. So copy this name. Here we have something called as request. Okay, system administrator reports, application as a query. So here you have all that programs. So we are thinking like some two reports, right? ADS something. Search for the two programs. Or else I can also do like this. I can say F11 here, and I can say ADS percent. So ADS start ODP monitor, or we said demand plan purge. In this you have ADS related. Yeah. ADS kill ODP session, ADS archive. These are the two things what we are thinking. So copy these. I want only these two reports in my request group. So the application is application object library. Now being here, you create new custom request. Yeah, something. Here you copy those programs, the one you want. Those are already available, right? So you can just type it and tab it. ADS archive. Next. So I already created that. So now what we need to do is custom segment, right? Our responsibility is query this. Instead of system administrator reports, you give your name. It was a custom request group, right? Type it here. Custom request ERP. The tab, it will automatically. Now, when you see a system administrator, you have seen a lot of reports, right? So go to your customer responsibility. Now see view request. Earlier, when we have seen in system administrator, whatever the reports are there, the same reports you'll have here also, because you have used the same request group. Now click on this. So you see only two. Okay. So it means I said the responsibility is nothing but combination of reports and screens. Now only two menu options are available, wherein limited screens are there and two reports are there. So like this, we create our custom menu, custom request group, and then add those custom menu and custom request group to our custom responsibility, so that when you log into the responsibility, you can see only few things. So that's a feature of creating a custom menu. Custom request. So what I said is we will be creating a menu, request group, and responsibility. Okay. Apart from that, whenever we are saying view request reports, okay, so this is called as SRS window, view request This is called as SRS window, service request submission. Okay, submit request window. So let me explain some options available in this screen. Wherever this window, whenever you say view request, either you can submit a request, any program submission here, that is called as concurrent program or concurrent request. So it is just simply called as request. So you can just click on submit new request when you want to run some report or something. In the same way, this is also a find screen. You can search programs by this screen. You can say my completed request. Okay. So basically, every time when you submit a request, you will get some request ID here, unique ID, whenever you submit a report. Sometimes what happens, users will say that, hey, I've just submitted a request, and this is the request ID, and that has been error out. Can you check it? So first of all, we have to come and check what the request ID is, because they've already given some request ID. Take that and search first. When you find out that, then it is error. And when you go to view log, you can see all the details and you can start proceeding further. But then before that, in request, you will have different kind of options. Okay, my completed request. If you want to see my completed request and find, you will say find. Okay, my request in progress, which are still in pending. Okay, all my requests, by default this will be all my requests, and click on find and show you all the requests. If you have any specific request, as I said, request ID or request name, okay, date submission, date completed, when it has been submitted and when it has been completed. Click on submit is called as completed or normal. So here you have status, warning, waiting, all this. Okay, in the same way phase. I mean, there are a lot of options. Requester is nothing but the username. Okay, order by request ID. Search number of days, by default it will be 7, but I made 3. I'll show you how that is later. Okay, so if you want to see an existing ones, what you can do is you can just click on a specific request if you have, and then click on find. It is showing you. Here also refresh data, when you say it show you the request ID and the name, phase is completed, status is normal, and these are the parameters. Okay, let's say again you want to see one more request, and you can say find request. This window will come. Okay, now you want to submit some new request, then what you can do is click on find. Already you are here. You want to submit a new request, click on submit new request. Then only you'll get this window, single request or request set. Basically, single request is one program. When you submit, it is called a single request. When you submit a batch of programs, more than one, then it is called as request set. We will discuss on this later. You can also submit more than one program at once. Sometimes what happens is, like you have to submit daily. When you come to office, you have to submit 4 or 5 programs. So instead of submitting everything one by one manually, we club all that programs or reports into one program called as batch program, and then we submit it. So this is called as an SRS window. Apart from that, we have view output. Whenever a program is completed, view output means it will show you the output. View log means it will show you all the log details, when it has been started, when it has been completed, what is the issue, what is the error, and all. In the same way, when you go for diagnostics of this program, you will see all that details. Request ID, phase is complete, status is normal, name is this request ID has been completed, the request start date is also. View details. What are the other details? What parameters you give for this? When it has started, when it has submitted, completed. These are the parameters what we have for this report. SRS window is something like you can either search a request or you can submit a new request. Fine. So this is all about AOL right now for introduction, like whatever it is there. This is only the AOL part. creating responsibility, creating user and all. Apart from this, next we will be starting with RISE components. As I said, technical consultant will be working with RISE components, right? RICE. So reports, interfaces, conversions, extensions. We'll start with reports tomorrow, and then later again some of the AOL parts are available where we have to do it. We can come back and work on it, which are related to reports, interfaces, and all. So I'll start Oracle reports tomorrow. Okay. So for now, I'm just ending up the session. It's only 10 minutes left, so we can't start new thing. But tomorrow morning we'll start Oracle reports, and I'm leaving 50.
Okay.